2024 is in the bag, so we're going to take a look at all the disappointing games I had for the year. It's not going to be a very big list, thankfully, so let's just jump right into this video. So the very first two games, I'm going to bundle them together because they are in the remaster of the bundle collection for the Arcadia Bay collection. It's Life is Strange Before the Storm and Life is Strange Remastered. They both were good games when they first were released. They did have a little bit of glitches, but nothing horrible. And so when the remastered came out, I snagged it up. I got the Switch version, which sadly is the lesser version of the collections. Did not know that. I was so excited. I was like, oh, I could take it on the go, on the handheld. The issue with this collection is for both games, the gamma is off. There's moments when you're watching and you're seeing a scene play out and eyelashes are moving when they're not with the eyes. Eyes were not connected. It was very weird to see like a horror theme style face pop up while you're trying to have like a scene that's playing out between Max and Chloe or any of the characters, and it was just a weird scenario. And with the gamma throwing that off, you could never get like a happy middle of, a scene playing and actually showing you all of what you're seeing surrounding you. Either it was too dark or it was too bright. I could not find a happy middle, and no matter what I did, I looked at like different things. I was like, oh, maybe it's this and maybe it's that. It was just the collection in general. I thought, maybe it was my Switch, maybe it's the lesser version because it's the very first Switch. No, it doesn't matter what Switch you play it on. Even the OLED, it still has an issue. It still has a problem. So if you're gonna get this on the PlayStation 4. And even then, I would say get it for like $10 because it's a hot mess. It's sad. I am a Life is Strange fan, and I'm sad that they're doing this. I'm sad that they are not even patching it. It's been a long time. It's been out for a while, and I am sad to say that to this day, they have not patched and fixed it. Even when Double Exposure came out, they didn't want to patch it, so that's a pain in the ass. Now, the third game is Saints Row III Remastered. This is a game I really wanted to enjoy. I thought, I'll give it a little bit of time. It will fix itself because I heard in the very beginning that, there was some issues with a few frame rate drops and different things like that. And being an avid Saints Row fan, I know how long everything takes, and the loading time on the game was atrocious. It was worse than the Xbox 360 version, and that's bad. It's supposed to be PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. We're supposed to be not waiting forever for load times. And it's not even like a huge game. It wasn't a big open world game. It was an open world game that doesn't take that long. It's very linear if you actually play Saints Row III. And with everything, I thought because they fixed all the facial animations and would be looking a little bit different, it would look a lot better. It didn't. It looked like they just changed the way they looked, and still it looked horrible. It looked like a game that I've played back in the day, and really, I'm kind of sad. So that's why it's going to be on the list of disappointing games. Next was an RPG that I was really happy for, and I had on Game Pass, and that was Sword and Fairy 7 or Sword and Fairy Together Forever. This is a game that I was looking forward to because I wanted to play an RPG that was localized from somewhere in China. And I was thinking, oh, let's just try this one. It's got to be great because I saw a lot of people have it on their channel. And it wasn't. It was a game that was bogged down with glitches and had a lot of issues with certain bosses. There'd be times where I would be fighting a boss and it would just disappear. It would glitch into a void and I would not know where it was. I could hear the animation playing. I could take damage, but I could not give the boss any damage or see any damage happening to the boss. It got to the point where I was frustrated and I was getting close to the end of like leaving in the game because it was going to leave Game Pass soon. And if it didn't have the glitches, if it didn't have the issues, it'd be a perfect 10 out of 10 RPG. I would have loved it more, but don't play it unless you see that the RPG has been fixed. I know I'm sadly saying that, and it's been a couple years since it's been out, and hopefully one day we get to see that it's not having this issue, but yeah. I heard that they're making another one that came out, so hopefully this one's better. The next game is Tales from the Borderlands. The reason why this is on the list of disappointing games is because it didn't know what it wanted to be. It was not a Borderlands game. If you actually put it next to another Borderlands game, you probably wouldn't even notice that it was a game like that, because it had pacing issues as far as it would be a scene where there'd be action, and then all of a sudden you're doing something stupid like trying to get your yogurt shop to be able to keep the sign open and keep it going. And then you would have moments of like it was trying to do too much as far as like show you all the characters and try to get all the characters to be likable. I didn't understand that part. Like, just give me a couple good core characters. I don't care if you have to follow everybody. Maybe if you want to do like where you could follow the story along, but it was just too many in one to get you to understand what was going on. And it's supposed to be an end of the world situation, and I didn't feel at any point that anything impacted the world. When I was doing stuff, I felt like the characters were all just living their life. Like it was a normal day, and it was like a tech world, but it wasn't like everybody was worrying about what was going to happen. It wasn't until the very end of the game when you're like, oh crap, stuff's going on. You actually might have something happen. But I also felt like the choices you made didn't really infect the game that much. Like, I felt like if you did something, it was like, okay, you did something, but I don't understand it, and I will never understand it. I think that if they tried something new, it might have worked if they just like scrapped the 100% and just got rid of that and went and did the characters from the first game. They probably would have had a better shot at like getting people to understand it. But I don't know if it was the director or the producers or whoever made the narrative choice to what they did, but it just doesn't work as a Borderlands game. And the final game is Cobra Kai 2 Dojos Rising. I really enjoy Cobra Kai, the show, so when they made another game, I was all for it. I said, let me go ahead and try it now. Maybe, again, it would be a little bit of time where I know that the game was going to be fixed, and it sadly wasn't. When I was streaming it, I showed that there was issues with walking animations, and a lot of the characters were glitching and freezing. If I hit a character and they bumped into something, they would stuck in the wall animation situation where you could see that they were moving, but they were not able to move forward or back. There was so many problems with the game as far as like frame rate issues too. It's a game that was out for a couple years, and I felt like it should have had more time to be fixed. And again, all these games I have seen be out for a year or more before I finally played them, and they all have had the same issue of the game just being abandoned. Nobody cares anymore. And it's like, yeah, you should care. You should want your game to keep going. You want people to still play it. Cobra Kai is still doing amazing on Netflix, and now I think of just the horrible game I'm playing, and I feel bad for everybody who is going to buy it next and pay a lot more than a couple bucks that I paid for. Don't pay more than $5. This game is not worth it. It's got a good story to it, but it's just horrible. The glitches are bad. So save your money, wait until it's $5 again, and then try it. But yeah, horrible, horrible. And there you have it. There are 6 disappointing games for the year. Let me know, what were some of the games that were disappointing for you. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. If you're new, please consider subscribing, giving a like, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
She's here to a man.